Alright, what's going on? We are finally back to the table, which is nice because there is a quote unquote local tournament. Takes place relatively local here on Monday night, and it just so happens to be Monday. So here we are. Oh, just waking up. Figure we'll hit some balls around, get some practice in, and then yeah, let's see if I can't remember how to play this stupid fucking game and make some money tonight. So the tournament's a $10 buy-in, and with a $10 buy-in and 20 people that show up, generally first place is what the hell? Really? I already got a bug. I already got a bug. Need a napkin because we ain't dealing with that shit. So spring is starting to spring, which means bugs are starting to come out, which is not cool. Over the bugs, but either which way, $10 buy-in tonight. 20-ish people show up. Generally about $100 for first place payout. It's still snowy and crappy outside. It's supposed to get up to like 40 today though, 45. So that's gonna be nice. So maybe all this cold and miserable is gonna go away for a while, and I can get back to being productive, which is gonna be nice. But that's a big if right now. There we go. I should probably check on some things here before we get too far into this. I'm debating on whether or not I want to turn on TTS. Because I ain't going to be able to hear it. I've got noise canceling headphones on at this point. So I don't know. And yeah, that's really, really washed out. But we're going to deal with it. And by we, I mean you. Because I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at the actual thing. But probably jam out to some classic rock for the majority of this stream. And then what I need to do is check my bit rate. I can watch this as well, I guess. And then there we go. Bit rate's decent, which is nice. Bop-a-doo, bop-a-doo, bada-boo. Yeah, that'll work. That will work. So anyhow, this here is a brake cloth. That's what that is. It's just a piece of cloth that you leftover scraps, but you can kind of see the discoloration here. Mind you, I'm the only person that has shot on this table. Just me. I had it repelted a year ago, ish, somewhere in there. And yeah, I've already started to wear in my break point, so I found me a piece of scrap, and we're gonna use that as a brake cloth. They do it at a lot of tournaments. They do that, and it helps save the felt, so you don't get the runway effect if you're breaking from the same spot a lot, which I break from the exact same spot because consistency. So, and we're looking at this table and saying, wow, everything is spread out. I don't know if you can see any of that on that camera, which would be really nice if you could. But maybe if we turn on some more lights, maybe that'll help not wash it out so much. Yeah, it helps a little bit. Maybe that'll work. I don't know. Let's roll with it. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 stripes on the back rail here, or 4 solids on the back rail. My bad. 4 stripes in the middle. That's what I was looking at when I said that. 5 actually with this one over here. 2 down here. The 8 ball back here. Got the 4 in the corner. 5 probably goes in the side. Lay up off this rail. Leave me for the 6. and then I can work my way back around. After making the 6, I could make the 7, maybe make myself an angle. There's a line through here for the 4. It's a narrow line, which means I'd have to be extremely accurate with my leave and still make the shot, which is very difficult because generally you either make the shot or you make the leave, because you try so hard for the leave that you miss the shot, or you make the shot, you don't get the leave because you were just worried about making the shot. So we'll put a little bit of bottom on this and stun it back just a little bit for the 6. That was quite a bit more than expected. I was not expecting contact with the 12. So now I've got options again. So you always want to assess your table. Every shot that you make, you want to reassess your table. Because originally it was 5 on the side to make the 6, right? Well, now I've got a line off of the 4. And if I'm coming off this rail first, hit the 4 in the corner, I'm going to hit this rail. I'm going to pull off this rail. Now, depending on the angle that I hit this rail at, which would be about here, that's going to bring me down here, but there's going to be a little bit of deflection after I make contact, so it's really going to put me over here. So I'm going to come off this rail over here. And depending on how much speed I hit it with, I could end up parking myself right here, or even here for the 6. And then it's a nice layup off the rail, come back. There's the 7, 1, 3. But then I'm still left with the 2. So the 2 is my problem ball right now, believe it or not. It's a ball that's not surrounded by anything. It's in the middle of the table, and that's my problem ball. Which to most would be like, no, that's not a problem ball at all. But it is, because I can make the 4, I can make the 6, I can make the 7 after the 6, I can make the 1 after the 7, I can make the 3 after the 1. But then how do I get my cue ball back around for the 2? And I could probably get a breakout on that. So realistically, the way to read this table is 4, 6, 7, 1, 3, 2 in the same corner as the 4. But I would have to be right here to make that, so I could break out the 8 and 10 over in this corner and be able to run out. Which sounds kind of slim. But what's the alternative? The alternative is I take the 6 now, I make the 7, I make the 1 or the 3. The 3 doesn't go past the 1, so the 3 would have to be in the same pocket as the 7. So I'd have to make the 7, put draw on it, make the 3 in the same pocket, which at that angle would then pull the 1 off the rail, which would then leave me an out for either the 4 or the 1. That sounds like more options. So perhaps we do it that way. Perhaps we do the 6 first and then the 7. Now, I am not straight enough on that 7 to get enough draw. I needed to be right here. Literally, I needed to be over 2 inches. That's it. To get a perfect draw shot on that. So, we have to reassess our situation again. If I stun, or even minorly draw, I can bring myself back to here and have a shot on the 4. If I overdraw, I'm screwed. The 3, however, does not look like it goes right now. But realistically, I have now pigeonholed myself into that 7 ball. There is no other shot on the table. That 7 has to go. And if I don't make the 7 and get position for the 3, that's a wrap. And I just lost the entire match. Because the people I'm shooting tonight, if you give them one shot, it's over. And you lose. Because that's the caliber that shows up to this event every week. And that's all they do. The majority of the people there are on a table 6-7 days a week. Tournaments, cash games. looking at my options here right quick. There isn't enough of an angle to be able to make the 4 off of this rail first, hit the 4, and draw back. The 9 is in the way from this angle. So we're back to pigeonholing ourselves into one shot and one shot only, which is the 3 ball in that corner. Now, I need to leave the cue ball here. If I can get the cue ball to stand right here, I've got a line on the 1 in the corner, a 4 in the other corner, and perhaps an out. If I cannot get it to stand right there, it's gonna be tricky. So, and I'm on the rail, so I can't get a whole lot of English. But instead, I hit it like a friggin' gorilla. Needed to be a nice, soft, easy shot, and instead I behemouthed it, and now I'm way over here in the middle of the table, which is acceptable, I guess. But it makes it difficult because now I have to behemoth the next 2 shots in order to make shapes from the 4 to the 1. And then I'm still screwed on the 2 because I'm so damn far away from everything else. Or I make the 4 ball with a massive amount of draw and come back for the 2 ball in the same pocket. Whether or not that's going to happen, that's a lot of skill that I don't particularly have right now. But I'm fairly certain I can rubber band this bitch pretty far. And I got lucky. And I got lucky. A little nudge on the 2 just gave me an out on the 2. But I still have a tough shot on the 8. There is no pocket that the 8 goes in. The 2 ball does not fit past there. I cannot make the 2 ball first. I have to take the 1 ball first, pull the rail, come back down, make the 2, come back, and then we gotta hope that we can get back on the 8 ball with a clear line on some kind of a pocket somewhere. Step 1, make the ball. Stop. Now, it's a tough cut on the 2 ball into the side. And the problem with that is the thinner the slice, the more effort you got to put into it for the object ball to travel a very small distance. The problem with that is the cue ball is going to just get sent around the table and I have no idea where it's going to end up at all. Like, I don't even have a general approximation of where that's going to go. So we're going to make that ball. And we're going to sit around and look at what we got left. So I'm all the way down to the 8 ball with no shot on the 8 ball. No shot at all. It doesn't go anywhere, and I can't even see it. Not a very good strategic plan. But making balls is making balls. So we'll see what we can do about it. Not much, I'm certain. I'm going to make the other person's ball, which means they get ball in hand. And now they have the opportunity to kick my ass, which is fun if you're the person kicking ass. Not so much fun if you're the loser of the situation. Ooh, gives me life. That's my That's my problem right there. It's my stroke. I felt my shoulder drop, which is why I missed that shot. My shoulder dropped, and when it did so, it threw off my everything. At which point, there was nothing. I got a pillar literally right there. So I cannot shoot the 11 because I have an obstacle right there. So we have to kind of accommodate for obstacles here, as you do at the bar as well, which is a nightmare because they've got two chair rails, both of which are completely in the fucking way every opportune time that it can be. Made it just past it. Stop. This table is fast as hell. And it doesn't look like it, but I'm barely touching these balls. And this cue ball is just zinging around the table, which is... Drop my shoulder again. Quit fucking doing that, Jay. All right. Let's try again. Oh, man. Unbelievable. Don't do that one. That's a bad way to do that. Let's try again. Almost made that 8 ball on the break. Which is also part of the game too. If you make the 8 on the break, you win. So long as you don't scratch. If you scratch, then you lose. But I believe on this tournament, if you make the 8 ball on the break and you scratch, you spot the 8 ball, and your opponent gets ball in hand in the kitchen. I believe that's how that plays out. I haven't seen anybody do it yet, so I don't know. Everything's kind of cluster fucked up right here, which is not good. Not ideal. Not ideal. Wasn't a terrible break. I do need to get... I don't know what the fuck happened to my bridge. I gotta find that. Bridge? I don't know what I've done with it. Thought I had it on a stick around here, but apparently I do not. Which, that sucks. Oh well. I mean, the easiest shot is a 12 ball in the corner. and then work your way out of it from there. 10 ball in the corner, wrist scratching in the side. After you pull off here, you hit the 1 ball, you go in the side. The 11 ball is a long shot, and I'm on the rail, which means I can only get top on it. 4, I can't really see. I can put it cross corner, but there's really no sense because there's no follow-up anywhere. 9 ball is just thin enough that I can't see it past the 13 here, so I could have banked that across to here, but that 13's in the way. So realistically, the only shot is a 12 ball. Leaning across the entire table with no bridge. Which means I'm going to get no cue action whatsoever. And we're in about the same position as we were before, except now the 10 can go or the 11 can go. There still isn't really a whole lot to follow up with. We'll take the 11, I guess. Walk it back around. Maybe I'll be able to see something. Doubtful. Yeah, I can see the 10 down in the corner. It's not an easy rack to run. There's definitely not a run there, which means there's going to be some defense being played, which is another aspect of the game that I rarely play because I was never taught defense. I was taught you run it out, you don't have to play defense. But as I learned last week, if you don't play some defenses, you don't win. They'll hook you. They'll get you into a position where you got nothing to shoot at, and then there's really nothing from there. If you can't make a ball, you can't win. So defense is a huge part of the game that I was never taught, ever. So looking at solids now, the 8 ball is hanging in the corner. So the 2 ball, if I make the 7 to break everything out, right? So I make the 7 in the corner, cue ball comes off, hits the rail, comes back, breaks into everything. That 2 ball is going to zing over here near that 8 ball and potentially knock it in the pocket. Not what you want to do. You'll lose instantly. The only other option is a tough cut on the 1 up to that corner, up there. It doesn't go past the 4 to this corner. There's a combination 1-4 to the corner, but that's a low, very low probability shot. So realistically, I have a tough cut on the 1 just to keep me in the game, or I make the 7, pull off the rail, come back. I can't go far, but that's a tough cut. That's a thin cut, so that's going to have a lot of speed associated with it. But if I can get somewhere in this area here, I'll be able to cut either the 4 into the pocket or the 3 into the other corner pocket. So we're leaving our options open. But you got to make the ball. And not making the ball, I have now blocked the corner pocket. Nothing else goes in there. And there's not much for me to shoot at with stripes. So that's fun. This just turned into a chess game really quick. At which point, we can do ourselves a favor, seeing as solids are pretty jammed up. We can do ourselves a favor. Whoop, didn't work. I was hoping that would stop on the 14, but I left the 7 wide open. But it also forces the 7. The 2 might go in the side, but I doubt it. Not on these rails. These rails are going to reject it every single time. I could take the 7, pull off the rail, come between the 11 and 15, probably hit the 15 on the way through, leave myself the 4 in the corner. The 6 goes in that corner now. Doesn't go here yet. The 3 can go in this corner. So I can have the 3, the 4. So I'm right back to where I was before with a few more obstacles. So we'll just take the 7, get it out of the way. Didn't get enough. Didn't get nearly enough. So now I'm screwed. Now we're punting. That's the last thing you want to do. So I'm going to take it off the rail and make the 1 in the corner. So I guess we'll do that. Well, good try. Rearrange the 1. The 1's now closer to the pocket. And this still doesn't look very ideal. Problem being is I have to take the 10. If I take the 15, I'm running rails, and I'm just going to knock the 8 ball in. So I have to take the 10, and I have to take it with bottom right, which will draw me back on the rail, off the rail. It should throw me back up here about where I'm at. So and I rattled it. Because why? Deflection. What's deflection? Deflection is where you put spin on a cue ball, and when it hits the object ball, it transfers that spin, and the cue ball continues going a different direction while the object ball takes a lot of that spin that you applied and does that. Rattles the pocket. You miss. Better, but not great. Better, but not great. But I need to untie these balls regardless. Those are problem balls, and they're causing problems. All right. Back to the same issue we had before, which is if I make the 15, the 14 is going to make the 8 ball, and then it's game over. If I make the 9 ball, that'll pull back for 10 and 15. So let's do that. Got the 5 out of my way, which is good. Oh, and I got underneath it. Good grief, that sucks. Ah, I needed to draw. I didn't need to bounce it off the damn table. And now, my chances of winning just got severely narrowed to not. Try to take the 14-15 combo off the rail off the 1 in the corner. Let's try that. Because that's what I've left myself with. Almost. Very low probability shot, but almost. On the upside of things, though, I left it to where there's no look on the 4. There's really nothing on the 6. And the 5 right here has got an 8 ball right in its way. Not bad for a leave. However, these guys will literally step up to the table and hit that 5 ball in, because that's what they do. A lot of good players. A lot of really good players. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the 14, leave our options open. We're going to miss by about 3 inches. Annoying. Does the 6 go? The 6 goes. Had to cheat a little bit, but the 6 goes. Almost. What's going on? What's good, Matt? I'm just thinking, which happens to be a problem. Let's don't do that. I'm always up early. You kidding me? And you're up way too early. And it's only, 9:45. It's not that early. Yeah, it's Monday.
Hello there.
Whoop. Why did that still turn on? I had that off. Sorry, we're disappearing for a second. Ta-da. Apparently I needed to turn that off in OBS. So, that's annoying. Yeah, super annoying. We gotta figure out the situation here. This is painful. Alright, 1 second. It's gonna be in a terrible spot. It's just gonna be in a terrible, terrible, terrible spot. Alright, hang on. Let me change up microphones because this one's digging into my head. Alright, mic check. Mic check. 1, 2. You can hear me? So yeah, that mic was the DJI mic and it was digging into my head, so I had to pull my ball cap off and all that good jazz, so yip-de-doo. So we'll go back to the basic headset mic, seeing as I'm listening to music over the headphones. But yeah, there's a Monday night tournament that I've been playing in, and all of the best players in the local area, some of which are semi-pro, attend. So guess where I'm going to be tonight? That's right, donating my $10 to some semi-pro players. But last week I did. It wasn't last week. It was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago I showed up and decimated. Because I was just in the mood to shoot. I hadn't been on a table in a long, long time, and I'm over at the boss's house. We had my brand new refelted table here, and literally I am the only person to have played on this in the last year since I had it refelted. Um, so yeah, we're gonna get back into stroke. We're gonna get figuring out where the hell my kinks are in my stroke and correct them, hopefully. So that's basically the purpose of today's stream. But I'll probably be streaming every day for a couple hours a day. Be it shooting pool or I do got the train. The train is primed, but it's not painted. So I guess if I turn on a shitload more lights and turn the camera around, I can show you the progress.
Hello there.
Why in the world is this still going off? This should not be going off. Well, whatever. Hello. I have no idea where that is firing from at all at this point. So I have literally turned off trigger fire. I have turned off trigger fire inside OBS. Oh, you get used to it. I mean, it's just it's there. Um, but it shouldn't be firing because that's attached to Spike. So yeah, I have no idea where that audio source is coming from. Oh, no, no, it's not. It's no. Turn that one off. It's not using it. Um, yeah, I'm not. I literally have. Whoa, hey, and I don't want any of that either. So that's fine. Yeah, I have no idea where that's coming. I have no idea where that's coming from, honestly. Hey, I turned everything off on my end that I was aware of. All right, so wherever that's located, no. But either which way, we got Choo Choo in progress. Yes, sir. So it's all primed up and ready for paint, baby. It's all primed up and ready for paint. So that's cool. Um, Turn that off. Good grief. So I normally, oh, and check this out. Oh, dude, you got to check this out. Um, View. What do I want? No, I want tools. No, I want docs. Docs. This is so cool. Exceldro made this, which is awesome. So you can see a dot on my screen currently, right? Well, check this out. I could draw a line as to show you that I'm shooting from here to there. And I am on the wrong color for that. Um, give me a red. There we go. So we go from here. So that's where I'm breaking, basically, right? And then cue ball goes wherever. So you could do like live narration with like they do on the sports announcer shit, which is so cool. Shout out Exceldro. If you don't know who he is, you definitely got to check him out. He is an OBS wizard. This is one of his plugins that he made, and it's called the Draw Doc, and it is so cool. Let me see if I can't. Yeah, dude, it's really cool. It is so cool. Um, and it opens up a lot of possibilities for a lot of things. I need Exceldro. Where's he at? So right here. Yeah, him and Finite Singularity. Those are two of my favorites. Um, yeah, he is awesome with all of it. And apparently, also, my shout out clips are freaking borked. What the fuck? Yeah, everything's broke. So apparently, I take a week off and everything just breaks. Actually, it's been like a month, but whatever. Regardless. But yeah, that was a cool plugin that he just released, and I was like, dude, this is awesome. So I can literally narrate what's going through my head, but unfortunately, that takes a lot of time and pointing and clicking. Um, so I might be making some modifications to it if I ever so chose. But either which way, back to back to balls and holes, because that's what we're doing here. Um, and now it's on a brake cloth, so not quick enough. One each. So yeah. For the last, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 months now, I've been getting my ass kicked at this tournament, which has been fun. Well, when I show up, I don't show up consistently, and I don't practice consistently, so it's not a surprise that I'm getting my ass whooped. Rattled it. Got the breakout. Rattled it. Um. So yeah, we got to get back into stroke. We got to get back into comfort. And once we get back to being comfortable, and we get back into the stroke, then we'll start making money again on a pool table. Which has been a really long time since I've made money on a pool table, unfortunately. Probably been about a year since I made money on a pool table. So, but it's a lot of fun, and the competition is super fun. Great group of guys. If I get enough people showing up for these over the next few weeks, I'll consider turning on the IRL rig and then streaming the tournament, because those guys don't have a problem with it. There is a guy that sometimes live streams it on YouTube, but it's YouTube, and it's one of those things. Nope, missed it. All by a mile. Not a huge fan of streaming on YouTube. It wasn't designed for it. It's not set up for it. It's not optimized for it. And if you're gonna go through all that effort, just do it on Twitch where you can monetize. That was slop. So yeah. But yeah, normally I've been up at about 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning for the last few weeks for no good reason. Um, yeah, it's just middle of winter, and there's literally no work for me to do, and I'm up at the ass crack of dawn for no reason whatsoever. Shooting at stripes, and I've got nothing. There is nothing there at all. I mean, we can do the Hail Mary, or we can do a safety. Let's do a safety. So I'm going to just barely hit the 10, glance off the rail, and tuck behind on the 9, which is all kinds of soft and finesse and gentle that I don't have. Because I just don't. But that's how I lost last week. Somebody did some shit like that. Well, 2 weeks ago. Somebody did some shit like that and hooked me to the point where I couldn't make a ball, and lo and behold, they got ball in hand because I couldn't make a ball or couldn't see a ball, and then they ran me out. And that's the difference between an A player and a schmuck like myself. Not only knowing when to shoot the safety, but knowing how to shoot the safety, which is not. It's two completely different things that are one and the same. That I was never taught. I was taught make the damn balls. And so being able to make the damn balls, I just make the damn balls. Missed. Why? Because deflection. That's why. Oh, fucking deflection. You gotta account for it with this stick, man. This stick will send that ball all over the place. And the problem is it transfers to the object ball, which is very deceptive if you don't account for it. But accounting for it is a different animal altogether. I don't like that. I don't like any of it, actually. But we're going to start with that one ball and work our way around. Oh, we're gonna start with that one ball and fuck it up all the way around. Yes, sir. Yep, that went from a runnable table to a not runnable table. In a hurry. Cross corner. Back at me. Nope. Didn't get enough of it. I did that. I was actually on a live stream. What, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? Live stream. The guy had the live stream set up on the first table. I was on the first table. I had two balls like this, kinda, but I had to cross bank them, both of them. It was impressive and also miserable and nerve-wracking at the same time. Go. But I find that if I just stop thinking about it, all of a sudden everything just kind of falls in place. So I'm starting to think my brain's getting in the way. Overthinking, overcompensating, overcomplicating things. As one does, because that's how one does. When you try to improve, you get worse. But if you know how to make the shots, and you can make the shots, just make the fucking shots. The biggest thing is ironing out my stroke, because I have been feeling my shoulder dropping, which, for those that don't know, that's when you're on the table like this, you're lining up on the ball, and a lot of people do it. I've seen it all over the place, and it's, so you're about to shoot the ball, you go like that. You're about to shoot the ball, you go like that. Your shoulder drops, right? So it drops. Like this part. This part needs to stay locked in. You should be doing the robot. The only thing that should be moving is literally the fulcrum right here at your elbow. That's it. So when your shoulder starts dropping like that, that's not a good bad habit to develop. And that's just strictly form. That's just from lack of being on the table. But if your shoulder drops like that, 9 out of 10 times, you're going to miss the shot. You're just going to miss it. And then you're going to look back and say, why in the hell did I miss that? Which is why I have video. So I can say, oh, see how that the tip of the cue stick just went up a millimeter at the very contact point? Yeah, your shoulder dropped. So, things like that. I can just spot it from a mile away because I've been doing this for 35 years. I should have went pro 20 years ago. Well, yeah. Yep, I should have put in a little bit more effort about 20 years ago to go pro, but never did. Never did. Life and all that jazz. There was millions to be had out there, and I didn't make any of it, but there was millions to be had out there. There's always that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Four. because, yeah, that's what happens when you hit it too hard and head on. So you can't just crush the brake. It's not something you want to do. And I don't know how's the mic level. Is that? It feels like it's peaking, but I don't know. But yeah, there's a speed to it all. There's a finesse, there's a speed, and then there is a strength. So all of which, trying to dial all of those in at the same time, kind of tricky. Not impossible, but tricky. 5.7 is going to be the problem, but on a break, you're behind the line. Stripes look like shit. Stripes look like complete shit, mainly because that 12 is inaccessible without some miracles. And that 11 isn't doing much better, so we'll shoot the solids. I have an obstacle. Right where I'm standing is a pillar, which is where your camera is mounted. Which is right exactly where I need to be to do anything about that one ball right now. Yeah, that doesn't work. Wrapping my body around a pillar to line up on a shot is not going to be anything beneficial or productive. The only downside about I mean, granted it's a fully finished basement, but you still got support columns like that, so trying to avoid those is not very easy. And I tried talking the boss into getting a heavier load bearing support beam across here where the camera's mounted, so then this pillar wouldn't be here. I told him it would only be $100,000. It's not a problem, right? He didn't go for it. He did not go for that sales pitch, unfortunately. And I even justified it with there wouldn't be a pillar in the way for shooting pool, but he he didn't go for it. I don't understand. Maybe I gotta work on my sales skills apparently. Learn how to sales pitch a little bit better, and I could get him to install that $100,000 beam, and I wouldn't have that pillar in my way. That doesn't go without making the 8-ball, and I need that 1 ball. That's just what I need. Um, I don't know if I can do anything about it. Not without fucking up my stroke entirely, and that's the whole purpose of this, is to work on the stroke. So let's not put ourselves in an awkward position. We take the 6 all the way back down here off the 14. Nope, wrong side. But I hit it with enough speed to cluster that corner up. Yeah, we got some ads coming here in a minute. 30 seconds or some shit. Yep, should have held off on taking affiliate. That's for damn sure. Because the ad revenue just ain't worth the hassle. That's going to be interesting. Still got the problem with the 15 on the rail over here, which is going to be a nightmare. The 13 goes. 13 go clean. Just barely, but I'm cheating it. Which means El Sledgehammer didn't get anything off of it. Ah, I went clean. I was expecting it to hit the 5 ball and just drive through it and break this whole mess right out of the way. And it didn't, and now I've buried myself with a 12 ball that I can't get to at all, ever, for any reason. Yeah. So playing defenses on myself that's fun. Being your own worst enemy is always fun. Could have made it for him. Yeah. Interesting. Not much to look at here. Not much to look at all. I can cut the 1 all the way down. I can bank the 1 in the cross corner. I can cut the 4, pull that rail, this rail, which leaves me tough on the 1 with nothing to do with it other than banking over here. 5-7 down here is tied up. It ain't going nowhere. It ain't doing shit. If I come off the rail, hit the 7, the 5 could go in the pocket. Low probability shot. Also, it breaks out the 12, which means that whoever I'm playing kicks my ass. So, how's the way to run this? Best way to run this, 1 ball. Leaves the 4 for an out later. Gives me a cue ball in this area. So I can try for the 7-5. Leaves me with a 6 in the pocket after I break out and come over here. Yeah, there's a lot of angles here. But it all starts with step 1. Make the first shot. And I missed. But that doesn't matter because the 12 ball's still tied up. There ain't much you can do about it. So the more I play, the more chess it becomes. Which is where my brain starts thinking, instead of just make the balls. And if you make them all, yeah. Somebody else gets a turn. See that bobble? It almost didn't want to drop. Almost didn't want to drop. Well, there you go. It's all out there now. All out there now. Where's the 12 go? Nobody knows. Do I know? Nope. If I bank it long rail, 7's in the way right here. This is the ball I'm shooting at. 7 ball is in the way of that pocket. I could bank it long over here, but the cue ball is going to peel off of it, hit the 7 and scratch. Waste of a turn, waste of a shot. 7's in the way, 12 doesn't go in that pocket. 6 is in the way in the other pocket, doesn't go over there. So what do you do? You go for it anyways, and stay back here. Nope. Didn't get nearly enough of it. Not nearly enough of it. You think I was trying to scratch on that shot? That's what it looked like to me. Rattle, 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 rattle. A little bit more accurate, it wouldn't rattle. Rattled it. And scratched. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Managed to keep it out of the pocket for 2 shots consecutively and then scratch when it matters. Yeah. We'll get warmed up. We'll get there. Alright, let's see if we can't find some speed and keep the cue ball on the table this time, eh? Got some speed. Got the cue ball on the table. Didn't make anything. Left a clusterfuck. Just a clusterfuck. What do I see? That's the question. Rattled it. Up by a 1/4 inch. These pockets are super tight too. These are nowhere near a bar box. Tables that I'll be playing on tonight. This, you are either dead nuts in the pocket or you miss. Not a whole lot of cheat in these pockets at all. And to top all that off, it's brand new felt versus the old worn out busted up felt at the bar. So things roll a little bit faster here. Like a lot of it faster. Holy shit, that just parked me right on that. I was expected to stop right here. So yeah, it's gonna be. But I always said that, you know, if you practice more difficult than what it's gonna be, often you do better because you're playing on easier circumstances. That 14 is right in the way. I can't even see the 10. I can't even see it. And I can't really push. Now, if I put a shitload of left on the cue ball, it'll send the 14 ball to the right, which might actually put it up in that pocket, but it's gonna fuck it all up. So let's do that. Nope, didn't push it enough. But look at that 8 ball. Danger ball, buddy. Danger ball. That's the other thing is you can lose an entire match just by whoops. Whoops. Oh, that was the 8 ball? Whoops. And your opponent looks at you and says, "What'd you do that for?" I don't know. Looked good at the time. Looked good in the moment. Hindsight, not so great. Was expecting here. You have to be exact on these pockets. I think I just said that. Um, which means you have to aim properly. Yeah. And whenever you got a ball next to a pocket like that, use it. It acts as a funnel in it gives the object ball no choice but to go in, and you get the opportunity to get it away from the hole. Most places they want you to call it. On this league, it's just ball and hole. You don't even have to call it. I mean, if it's obvious, it's obvious, which is kind of nice, um, especially with the caliber player that we're playing, because everybody calling every single shot, man, that gets old. I mean, it's nice because then you know where it's going, but at the same time, if it's pretty friggin' obvious, generally, if you're in the center of the pocket, it's fairly obvious where that ball was intended to go, and you can tell when it was slopped in or wasn't intentional, which is nice. Hey, my phone's making noises. That's fun. It was beeping beeping at me. Hmm. All right. I'm gonna run these couple of balls out, and then I gotta go and fix a computer issue right quick. Because tech support is why I'm here. Cheated me. Fucking cheated me. Did you see that? Completely cheated me. Oof. Oof. You see how hard that bounced off that corner? Or that side right there? Like I said, this table does not forgive. If you are not exact with your shots, the balls do not go. Alright, I gotta take a quick BRB. Boss needs some help. So, the whole purpose of me being here is to fix problems. So, I will be right back. Enjoy the music. Enjoy the view. All right, disaster averted. You're welcome. So, here we go. Putting out non-existent fires. That's my job. Oh, that was a fire? Oh, okay. 5 minutes later. Oh, guess it wasn't a fire, was it? Moving on. That's the part that I love about my job. Everybody's got their perception of what an emergency is. And I got news for you. Chances are, 90% of the time, it's not an emergency. Unless somebody has fallen off a roof, managed to electrocute themselves to death, or a house is burning to the ground. Chances are, it's not an emergency. And it's easily solved. So if you don't get rattled about it, because everything's fixable, because everything is in fact fixable, except things that aren't, obviously. Um, there, there are quite a few times where things are not fixable. that is FUBAR. There is no fixing that. But for the most part, everything is fixable. Oh, there's boss calling. Hey, just calling to say thanks. Let's see what he's got to say right quick, though. I guess it might be more important. There might be another imaginary fire. Yeah, so more imaginary fires. So it's all good. It's all fixable. All fixable. So for some reason or another, boss man's freaking out because Microsoft 365 wants him to log in and set up a bunch of crap, and he's like, "I never had to do this before." I'm like, yeah, "Well, that's Microsoft for you, buddy. Keep running those Windows products till they got everything up your ass so deep that you can't fucking live, because they're too busy data harvesting all of your information." Good old corporate America runs on Windows, so missed by a lot. By a lot, a lot. All right. Let's not think about shitty software. Let's think about balls and holes. Let's do that. Does the 9 go inadvertently? The 9 could go inadvertently, but it doesn't. Almost made 2 in one shot there. That would have been cool. What do we got here? 15 is going to be a fucking problem with the 8 right next to it. Shoo. What do we do? Make the 13, push around just a little bit for the 14. Aim proper. Gotta remember to aim proper. You know, aim like you actually want to make the ball. It's a hell of a concept. That is not where I wanted to be. I wanted to be back here. This table is super fast, which is cool. Because now I can just take this 10, if I look at it, and actually aim it right. Whoop. We want to be right there. Too much. It's a good defense. it's a great defense. Not what I was going for, but it's an incredible defense. Yeah, gotta shake off the nonsense. Don't let the dumb fool bother you. Get back to doing the fun stuff. This is the fun stuff. This is not work. This is not imaginary fires. This is not other people's problems. This is just balls and holes. That's all it is. Boop. Needed to be on this side. His cue ball would have looked a lot better over here. That's all I can say. Uh, Not like that. Too much. That fucker just roll. Did not want it to roll. I wanted it way over here. And now it's extremely difficult. Not once, but twice. Not once, but twice difficult. All by a lot. All by a little. Got nothing on that. Absolutely nothing. Nothing but a scuff. I got a pole in the way again. Fuck. This pole is not ideal. Um, not ideal. Beautiful shot. Why don't you hook yourself a little harder? Nope. Way off. All right. All right. Too much. Would have been cooler if I made it. Wow. Clank. All right. It's time to start scupping tips and shaping and doing a bunch of maintenance. Much better. All right. We're going to run this rack out and then see how I feel after that. Might wrap it up. Give it a break for a little bit. That way I'm not completely burnt out come tonight. And it's going on 11, so it's about lunchtime anyways. So good couple hour stream and a couple of fun interruptions. As per usual, welcome to Par for the Course. yeah, we'll be shooting tonight, which means I'm definitely going to be. I can already feel that I'm going to be better tonight because a number of reasons. Number one, I'm actually shooting on a very difficult table to play on and doing quite well for that. And number two, I know where to focus my brain's attention as far as why it is that I've been missing so much, um, which is good. It's real good. Six can go in a few different places, so the one is really problem ball, but it's not really a problem. I can get back down for it. But now I'm looking at the five, thinking maybe I should cut the six, but then other issues, and my brain is now getting in the way, which is not good. And that's why. Because when your brain gets in the way, you're indecisive. When you're indecisive, this is what you end up with, which sucks. I could probably cheat the two ball, maybe. 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 You're talking a thin, thin, thin cut there. Nope, not able to cheat it. Don't let the brain get in the way. That's today's lesson. Make the balls, shoot smart, play safe when you need them. Other than that, balls in the holes. Balls in the holes, man. Just balls in the holes. Very simple game. Very, very simple game. Very, very simple game. Missed it. Missed it. What's going on, skin bag? No, this is Valheim. This is definitely Valheim. In case you didn't notice, this is a barbarian walking around with a fucking club, beating balls into holes. Man, come on now. And no, yes, it's the new version. It really is. Um, which I don't know. I'm shutting down anyway, so it doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. I just hit the go button today because I was half asleep and said I need to get on a table before tonight's tournament. Maybe we'll stream it because why not? I got sound notifications and everything else that are firing off that shouldn't be because there is no source for it, but yet still it's firing off. So yeah, it's been one of those days where I just didn't give a shit and hit the go button. Just hit the go button, you know? And eventually it'll just straighten itself out, like whatever. That would explain why so many people show up and left today. They're like, this motherfucker ain't played Valheim. Like, you're right, I'm not, but I might as well be because just a barbarian beating balls into holes. There it goes. There it goes. There is a billiards section. Um, Not a whole lot of people stream in it, so it's not really visible. It doesn't really have a whole lot of visibility at all. Um, but there is a billard and a billiards, and yeah, because you've got the English version and then the American version, and course, you can't discriminate between the two. But yeah, there's actually a billiards thing, and people love watching people shoot pool. So that might have helped with your account. But like I said, I woke up and hit the go button and said, I'm playing pool today. I don't give a shit about none of it. And you know what? I've been doing a pretty damn good job at screwing myself all day long. So why not? I'm currently on the 8 ball, FYI. So yeah, I just completely hooked myself out of being able to shoot and make that anywhere at all. Guitar on your MTV. Ain't working, that's the way you do it. For nothing in you. 5 was an extra ball. I was supposed to make 2. I was supposed to make 2, but it didn't. I only made 1. The 5 was supposed to be the bonus ball. Kitchen delivery, yay, yay. These refrigerators. Off. Yeah, and this table is not forgiving either. Like, you have to be on, or it doesn't go at all. All right, one more. That's normally how that goes. All right, this is going to be the last one. All right, one more. Back in my younger years when I used to shoot in the bars frequently. Yeah. I'd start at about 6, 7 o'clock at night, get off of work, stop by the bar. Yeah, I'll stop up, I'll hang out for a little bit. Hey, come on, let's shoot again pool. All right. And then I'd win, and one more. All right. Well, come on, man, just one more. I want to play you. All right. Yeah, that turned into shutting down the bar every night of the week. Well, 6 out of 7 nights a week for 5 straight years. Played a shitload of pool. Didn't lose a whole lot, but played a shitload of pool. There was a couple of people in the local area that give me a run for my money, but these guys that I'm playing tonight, there's a few of them there that are dangerous. They are dangerous. One of them is actually literally a semi-pro player. Another one has won state championships. Another one has, you know what I mean? Like, you can just go on and on with these guys. It's ridiculous. The amount of talent that shows up on a Monday night. I need to find out, I need to get a link and drop that in chat, so then if Josh ends up streaming it tonight, then everybody can go and watch. Because lo and behold, people enjoy watching people shoot pool. Couldn't imagine why. Couldn't imagine. It's crazy. They had the snooker championship a few months back. I was watching. They had like 4 championships back to back to back to back. It was ridiculous. And snooker is a whole different animal, but it's interesting to watch. Because it is very strategic. Unlike this board layout, which is not very strategic at all. This is pretty shit. Didn't even get past it. Alright, well, seeing as I didn't get past it. Maybe we can do a mass A again? Maybe we can make the 4 ball? Think we can make the 4 ball? Might be able to. Nope, not today. Nope, scuffing up my table. Not with this stick either. This stick is not designed for doing that shit. I need a harder. The stick isn't the problem. It's the tip that's the problem. The tip is too soft and therefore it deforms properly. Whereas if you use a harder tip, slightly harder, not a hard tip, but this is a super soft, so it deforms as soon as you touch it. So, but it also allows that kind of shit, type shit. Beep 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 beep. That means my phone's gone off. Which means the boss has probably got something to tell me there's another fire that doesn't exist. Nope, it's not. It's my phone carrier telling me that I owe them money. Check's in the mail, bro. It'll get to you eventually. Or it won't. No, I've got a good phone carrier. They're well worth the money I pay them. So I continue to pay them. So they're definitely well worth it. I think I pay $60 a month and I get unlimited, literally everything. Unlimited hotspot, unlimited data, unlimited mobile, unlimited cell, unlimited text, unlimited freaking everything. And it's actually unlimited. So for $60, pretty worth it. Especially when I'm constantly on the phone in the summertime. The phone never stops ringing in the summertime. Slow down. Thank you. Now, how am I going to break that 8 off of there? That's the question. How do I get that 8 out of there? Get off the rail. That's how you get the 8 out of there. Just like that. Oh, we got ads coming. About a minute. Which is good. So, about a minute I'll be able to wash some of this hand chalk. Wash some of this table chalk off my hands. And maybe I'll be able to take a leak and be able to do some things right quick. Try a 3-ball right back here. Like butter. Take a 6-ball over here. Nope, all bad diamonds. Cross side. All by half a diamond. Oof. 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 Painful. Painful. But that's a good demonstration of what diamonds connect to each other. Yeah, Yeah, we're in ads. Let me go wash this crap off my hands. I'll be right back. And for whatever reason, I don't even have a VRV screen on this. What to do? What to do? Motorin'. So yeah, it's supposed to get nice out today. It's supposed to be like 45. It's gonna be absolutely gorgeous outside. Um, I am gonna have to run up and get. Yeah, I gotta run back to the house. My package got delivered for the train parts. So all my train parts came in, so we can start painting that or something tonight, maybe, or tomorrow or something. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll choose a category that fits. You know, maybe I'll move into makers and crafting and actually do something useful. Wouldn't that be nice? What's up? Cold and rain? Yeah, dude, it's been like that for the last. Oh man, it's been cold and miserable for the last month. It's terrible. And then today it's supposed to get up to 45, which is gonna be nice. And then tomorrow it's supposed to get up to 45 as well. So most of the snow should melt off. Um, but everything's still gonna be, wet and shitty. So I don't really want to work on the truck. It does need a starter put into it pretty quick. That thing goes crank, 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 zing. So it's disengaging halfway through the crank. So that's fun. That just means that the starter is on its last leg and needs to be replaced very soon, or it will not start. Fortunately, I have the company vehicle today. Well, I got the company vehicle for the foreseeable future, so I can kind of take my time with repairs on that. But I definitely got to get it repaired, um, because one of these times I'm going to get in it and it's going to go zing and it's not going to crank. And then I'm going to say, shit, I'm screwed. So we don't want to let it get that far. Um, we've identified that there is a problem and therefore we need to address that problem. This is a shit layout. I can't get to anything. Um, Fortunately, so technically with tonight's rules, even though I made a solid on the break, it's still open. And when it's open, you can use a stripe to make a solid, or you can use a solid to make a stripe and claim whatever goes in. So technically, I could use the 14 to make the 7 or the 4 and take solids. So that was a fun rule that I learned. It's loosely based on BCA rules, which is a hell of a lot better than APA, which is any pocket asshole. Um, and you gotta be decisive when you're choosing whether or not you want the 7 or the 4. That was a very indecisive shot. Just a heads up for everybody. My brain was not on it. But either which way, yeah, APA was miserable. It's basically a Ponzi scheme. The better you do, the higher you get ranked. It's a handicap-based thing. So if you're a 7, you can only shoot, I don't know, 21, 26 points a night, whatever it is. You can only shoot 2 6s, 2 7s, whatever. But you also have to have all of your points between 5 matches come in underneath their set limit. So effectively, what happens is the better you get, you have to go out and recruit low-end players to then counter your better shooting. Which, okay, fine, but at the same time, every time you got to go out and recruit new players, the players are the ones that have to do all the damn recruiting, which is shit. And there's a lot of people that join up and they want to get better. Imagine that. Um, and then you are basically um, punished for doing better. So, not a big fan of that league for a number of reasons. And it's nothing against the league operator or anything like that. It's just the way that the league operates is it's not beneficial to people that want to get better. Um, it's great for beginners. It is a great league for people that want to get into the sport, that want to play, that want to learn. It is a great starting point. But once you hit a certain level, obviously you outgrow the system. And if you outgrow the system, it doesn't become fun anymore. So I fell out of that one because it no longer became fun. So, but great for beginners. More intermediate and advanced players wouldn't really recommend it. Um, for those, I would recommend a BCA league or a Valley league. Our Valley league shut down over COVID, which sucked, and the operator of that does not intend to start up the Valley League ever again. So it has been closed down in my area indefinitely, um, which kind of sucks because it was a really good league um, for intermediate to advanced players. We'll take the 13 off the 9 in the corner. If we hit it right. If you hit it right. Now you see how much I just had to readjust that shot. That's what happens when you actually have your brain in the game. Because I can make every ball on this table. I can make every ball on every table. Um, and I believe the 8 ball is neutral so long as you hit your object ball first. So I can take the 9 off of the 8, which is a very difficult shot, but we're going to do it. Just aiming for contact here. Nope, didn't get it. Didn't get it. I got the 8 first. What's the name? Say we kick some ass. Still kicking ass. Now, counterintuitive. You don't want to put top on this, but you just want to use direct right. Just like so. This is a fun one. Everybody misses this shot because that side pocket, that nipple jumps right out and throws your ball off. Then you miss. Everybody misses this one. It's a very difficult shot. It really is, but it's no difficult than any other angle. I mean, if you look at it as a triangle, so here's a triangle, boom, boom. There's a triangle, right? You got there, there, there. There's the 3 points of your triangle. It's no different than any other shot, but this nipple right here, more times than not, will jump out and hit that ball. It'll just jump right out in the middle of the table. It will. I mean, you'll be shooting this ball all the way down the rail. That nipple will jump out. It'll just hit that ball, and you won't make the ball in the corner. It happens more times than I care to count. But it's no different than any other shot. And that time I didn't get the nipple. I got afraid of the nipple and I hit the rail instead. So put 41 miles on the sled yesterday, burnt the brakes up. I locked the caliper and sent it with no brakes. No snow gone. Well, at least oh yeah, I play with my balls all day, sheep. That's how we do. When I'm able to. I wouldn't have it any other way. But yeah, at least you got it running, Matt. Like that's huge. Like at least you got to enjoy it. Even for like a limited amount of time. I have a pillar right in my way, which means I cannot physically make contact with that 11 from this angle. Um, but yeah, at least you got it. At least you got it running. And you were able to enjoy it for the season. And now off by a diamond. See that? I was way the fuck up here. Um, but at least you got it running. So now that you've identified more problems, you can do it in warmer weather. Because the warmer weather is a lot nicer to work in. It's a little bit more forgiving. Everything's not frozen together, which is kind of why I'm putting off working on the truck, because that thing is frozen solid right now. Absolutely frozen. See, now if the ball was here, see, I got an angle on this. I can make that all day long. Imagine that. No pillar in my way. But yeah, like I said, I got to do the starter on the truck, and wouldn't hurt to do an alternator as well. Needs windshield wiper blades. Needs a windshield. Needs a headliner. Um, needs a list of shit that I don't really know right off the top of my head. It's written down in a notebook somewhere. Somewhere on a back burner of I'll get to it when I damn well feel like it, because I don't feel like it. But we'll get to it once the weather warms up. And like I said, it's supposed to be 45 today, but it's supposed to be raining. It's not supposed to be nice and 45. No. And then of course you got all the melt off, so that ain't no fun. So if you got all the melt off, then it's just working in a mud puddle anyway. So what's the point? Not a fan. Not a fan. And if I don't have to, I'm going to avoid pain and seek pleasure. To go? Jeez, oh Pete, these pockets. Not forgiving. Not forgiving at all. Oh, nice. Yeah, 75. Nice and comfortable. Must be down Bama or Georgia or Florida. I was watching a race yesterday. It was down in Georgia. And everybody there was dressed for winter, it looked like, which was kind of funny because they don't know what winter is. They haven't seen negative temperatures for days on end. Texas? Yeah, Texas is another one. Texas is, geez, oh Pete. Sun goes down in Texas and all of a sudden it goes from 110 to 20. Wonder what kind of magic we can make happen here. I can take the Surefire. The 10 goes. The 13 goes. Surefire is the 13. 14 goes. Brings the 4 into play. So there's no way for me to get away from it. Well, there is, but I got to be very gentle about it. And I'm not gentle. That's why the stream was under Valheim for the most of the day, because I'm just a caveman. Just a Viking out here just beating the shit out of things. Alright, so we're going to put super low bottom. We're going to hit it very gentle and screw ourselves in 8 ways from Sunday with nothing to look at this point. But man, I didn't bring that 4 into play, did I? Had I brought that 4 into play, that 9 would go nice and easy, no problem. So instead, now I gotta brute force this shit like a caveman. So we'll try the 12 back here. Nope. Nope. Not like that. Not like that. Need a lot more angle on it. A lot more angle. That's all right, though. Let's get some of these solids off the table right quick. Cross corner. Nope. All by touch. It's a good leave on that 6, though, I'll tell you what. That goes. Nope. Not cheating that pocket. Leave a couple of tough shots. Missed. Missed. Wow. Not being friendly. Not being friendly today. Cross corner. 4. Nope, you scuffed my table a little. Don't do that. Don't do that. Got them both. Oh, shit. So yeah, these pockets are, I think, what are they? 4-inch pockets. I think we're maybe playing on 4.5 or 4 3/4 pockets tonight. So they're going to be a little bit more forgiving. And the way that these angles are cut on the corners, if you try to cheat it, you're not going to make it. Every time. So this table is a great table to practice on, especially if you're going to go from a great brand new felted table to a shit bar box. Play on something that's really nice, and then go play on shit and watch your game get thrown wide off. But at the same time, even though it throws off a little bit as far as your speed goes, because it's not going to roll as fast, the pockets will be wider, will be a little bit more forgiving. And I noticed that last season when I was playing APA, when I practiced on this for 2 hours a day, and then went out for league night, I couldn't be beat. I couldn't miss. It was incredible what this table has done for my game. And if you're wondering what the cloth is that I put down, that's what they call a break cloth. I've been the only person to play on this table since I refelted it last year. This is my boss's house, and that's the boss's table. And I had it refelted last winter when I was over here house sitting and keeping the business rolling through the winter months while he's on vacation in Florida. You know, enjoying the nice weather and all that, escaping the snow and misery. Um, so yeah, literally, I've been the only person to play on this, and you can see right here where I break. This is where I break from. And you can see a bunch of dots here, and you can actually see there's a wear mark there. Because I did put a couple $100 or a couple hundred games onto, or a couple hundred breaks on this table, I should say. Blah blah, I can speak. So a couple hundred breaks, and you can start seeing that there's a wear pattern there. So having a piece of spare felt for the table, um, just as a break cloth, really prolongs the life of your felt, especially in this one area where you break. Most people, they have a consistent break location, um, and that's where I break. I break at 1 and 1, so right here, um, on 8 ball. On 9 ball, I change it up a bit. 9 ball, I'm up near the 2 in the rail, but that's 9 ball. Different amount of balls in the cluster, different action that you're looking to get, different game entirely. Stripes look really appealing right now. Not gonna lie. Stripes look really appealing. I wonder if I can run stripes out entirely. I wonder if I can. I probably can. Let's try to go for an entire run of stripes just now. And I'm not gonna explain my thought process on this. I'm just gonna shoot. Nope. Ugh. Ugh. Alright, so stripes wasn't runnable for me, apparently. See if we can run out solids then, eh? They don't look very good with the 4 and 5 tied up over there and the 3 and the 8 tied up over there, and yeah, they don't look fantastic. But see if we can't make some miracles, eh? Make some miracles, shall we? Off to 4. Nope, not nearly enough. It's alright. That's alright. Made them both. Made them both. It's a skill, by the way. Making both the cue ball and the object ball at the same time like that, that's a skill. It's acquired over many years of practice and many years of sucking. And other times I just like to hit both of those. See, now on a bar box, that would have dropped. And on a bar box, I'd have been lined up beautifully on that 5. And if my aunt had a dick, she'd be my uncle. It's a fun fact. Nobody knows that but me. So, you're welcome. That 1 will split the 13 and the 9 there. Problem ball is a 6 ball. That's where the problem is. That far rail right there. That's a problem ball. This ball goes. So, work towards the problem and try to get past it, and I didn't. Fuck. I needed to be over here on the other side of that. And it wasn't. Like I said, that does go. It goes straight in between those two balls, which is incredible. Let's see if I can actually make it. It goes, but can I actually make it? Nope. Off of everything in sight, and it goes. Over here. Nope. Nope. Not today. Not today either. Jeez, Pete, come on now. Look at the shot. Open your eyes. So yeah, anybody that tells you this is an easy game, tell them they're full of shit. Because it is not an easy game. Some people just make it look easy. Other people don't. And watching me, I make it look very not easy. Very not easy. I haven't gotten a single 8 on the break today. That has pissed me off. Should have had at least 1 by now. Especially breaking my own rack. I mean, come on. You get a little bit of an unfair advantage breaking your own rack. It's probably a mistake to take the 2 first. But we're going to work with some mistakes today. Primarily because guys I'm going to play tonight are absolutely incredible shots, and they're going to leave you in some shit predicaments. Absolute shit predicaments are about to unfold tonight. I needed to get a link to that so you guys can watch that. If Josh ends up streaming tonight, I'll be on there on his channel as a guest appearance, which is always fun. But I talked him into it a few weeks back. I said, dude, you should really live stream this. He's like, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm like, well, and he posts a lot of content on YouTube. And I said, man, you're missing an opportunity here. You need to live stream this. And he showed up the next week, live stream in hand. Okie dokie. And had incredible turnout. There was a bunch of people there. So it was probably, I think he's averaging like 300 views all night long. So it was, uh, it was really cool. It was really cool. And you could see the joy in his eyes and his whole face just lit up. His whole demeanor lit up. After he looked at the view count and he was just like, holy cow, man, I did not realize that there was this much of a target audience for this content. I was just like, dude, if they're gonna watch your YouTube video on shooting pool, chances are they're gonna watch you live stream shooting pool. Like, and it doesn't take a rocket scientist to look at that schematic. We're gonna take the 14 off the 3 in the side, which is a very powerful shot. And I was off by a lot. 3 goes on the side. Good job, 3. See what I said about the funnel? If there's a ball in front of the pocket, you just got to be close. It'll funnel its way in. If you do it right. Perfect. It's about as best of believe as you can expect with only having 1 ball on the table and trying to hide it. That's the other thing. These guys are going to be playing a lot of defense against me. So, as you notice today, I'm not making a whole lot of shots, but I am also having to think a lot more. And part of that is by design, and the other part of that is by fucking up. Um, but now that 7 ball doesn't go anywhere, so I didn't have to make the 13. I just had to move that 7 ball into a position where it's not makeable. And it's not makeable without a fucking Hail Mary. So we can Hail Mary it over here on the cross side. And that's a Hail Mary because that cue ball is going to shoot straight to that corner. Or I'll hit a tit. And that should be runnable, which means that should be over. Until I fuck it up on the first shot. Missed. Thought about it. I second guessed myself. I was going for the 9, changed my mind on the 9 and went for the 15, which was dumb. Don't do that. Don't do that. That was off by half a diamond. Don't change your mind at the last second. If you're going to change your mind at the last second, stand up, reassess the shot, reassess everything. Because otherwise, you do what I just did right there, where you're off by a fucking mile. Which sucks. Because that should have been out. Last shot. And they are not forgiving there. They are not going to give you that opportunity. They just do not. And they will not. Because everybody there is extremely competitive, and everybody there is trying to win. Which is fun. It makes it a lot of fun when you got a group of guys like that that are trying to win. And they're all a bunch of good people, so. Bunch of blue collar boys. All right. Oh, going on. What is it? Going on noon. Debating on ordering a pizza. Order up a pie. I don't have to go anywhere. Well, I still got to go back to the house, but I won't go back to the house until I go out tonight. Um, bruh, what? That 8-ball didn't even move. And I fucking crushed it. I wish I could order up a pie. Well, what do you mean, you wish? Fucking order a pie. It's not that hard. Pick up the phone, you call them, you say, I need a pie, and then you call Uber Eats and tell them, hey, I need you to go and pick up this pie 3 fucking miles away. Oh, 50 miles? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, it'd be cold by the time it got to you. Me, I've got 20 minutes one direction, 20 minutes another direction. I've got options. I have got options, my friend. That's the way to do it. I mean, it comes with its drawbacks. Yeah, I got a pizza parlor, 20 minutes away, 15 minutes away. But at the same time, I also have a shitload of congestion and a shitload of idiots on the roads. So I don't like driving anymore. I used to love driving. I used to love driving. I don't enjoy it anymore. There's too many people that they give driver's licenses to these days. And in this area, yeah, my cousin, who's significantly younger than me, um, he was in driver's ed, and they had a student there that literally did not speak English, couldn't read English, couldn't speak English. Yeah, and he got in a car with him for their driver's ed class. He said that boy about killed him. He had somebody in the back seat translating. I'm like, dude, this guy ain't gonna have a translator everywhere he goes as soon as he gets his license. Like, he's not gonna have a translator. So yeah, terrifying. And that's what's on the roadways nowadays. So they give anybody a fucking driver's license because they don't give a shit. All they want is the revenue. And they don't care about anybody's safety and well-being. And it's like, dude, the whole purpose of having a license is to say that you know how to do something like that. I don't know how to do that. But when you just give anybody a license that's not qualified or capable, you're just recklessly endangering other people for no good reason. Where are the problem balls? Problem ball is a 15. 9-ball is also a problem ball. $15, there really is nothing I can do about it. 9-ball is tying up the 8-ball, so I don't want to remove it. 12-ball ain't doing shit. Let's take that one. Get past to see the 11? I did not. All right, let's take the 13 then. Break some things out, move some things around. Cross corner on the 11. Get in the hole, you ass. It's alright. It's a good spot for it. Let it sit there for a while. Boop. Is that pole right in my way for the 2? Probably. I can work around it. I can. Nice. But I can't make it because not that good. See, this is a high probability combination. 9 into the 11. It's a high probability that I'm going to make the 11 because all I got to do is make the 9. And if you hit it right, you can make them both at the same time. Now I don't have a follow-up shot. Because I needed the 9 to pull shapes so I could come back around and get back to the 15. Now I can't do that. And there is literally no way to get to that. There is too much congestion. Got a good hit on it, but not easy. Don't hit it too hard. Can't cheat them that hard because it will throw it right back out at you. Every time. All right, cross corner. Speed shot right here. Nope, didn't get the right speed. Would have needed to be a lot harder. Well, a little bit harder, but did throw it out in the way. Not exactly as designed, but it did make it more difficult to run this side of the table out. Nope, tit. Put it right in the way of the 15. Perfect. Cross corner on the 15. Bring the 15 back here. Take it down a long rail and all the way back. Close. Scratch though. To break the it's not exactly ideal. Not ideal at all. Alright. Start in the middle of the table. If you don't know where to start in the middle of the table. It normally bodes decent results. That'll work. Now I can break the 7 and the 3 out. Missed it. But that's alright. Get right up on it so I can make the 6. Nope, not like that, you ain't. Can't cheat those pockets. No cheating. No cheating. You must be accurate, or you do not make ball. Wow, and now my accuracy is just thrown. Might be winding down for a bit. It's been a few hours, I'm willing to bet. Get out in the middle of the table, break it out. It's a little late, but better late than never, I guess. Give him some balls to work around, but that's easily negated. Easily negated. Boop. Oh, look, right where I needed to be. With these three, where do you start? Start with the 7, the 3, or the 6? Yeah. Realistically, you start wherever you're comfortable with, but the most logical shot is the 3. Now, 7 of the 6. Logical. 7. You only got the 6. How long have I been going, anyways? 3 hours? 10 minutes till pre-roll? Or 10 minutes till an ad rolls? I could probably do one more rack, then we'll shut it off before the ads hit. We'll do some speed pull right quick. Just to loosen up. And throw all of the effort that I put into training today out the window. Because who gives a shit? Just a game. And it's fun. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the speed pool championships or tournaments. Those are pretty cool. I think you got like 5 seconds on your shot clock. It's ridiculous. It's like you just look, shoot. Just look, shoot. All right. Rattle it. Try to cheat it right off the rip. Okay. Yep, my accuracy is dropping. Which means it's time to stop for a minute. Titties. Titties and beer. Wow. Titty, 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 titty. Must have some titties on the mind. Made it. Really? It'll be fine. Ads will start in about 30. Well, that's what we're going to wrap up for today before I burn myself out entirely. It is time to get some lunch, smoke and toke, do a bunch of good old stuff. So, yeah, that's the excitement of it all. Because yeah, you do burn out. You do burn through a lot of things. Burn through a lot of your energy, um, mental and physical. Um, and yeah, I'm starting to tense up a little bit, which means I need to settle down, relax, and not do that. So, alrighty, y'all. Thanks for stopping by. We're not gonna raid today. We're just gonna shut it down. So, enjoy the rest of your day. We'll probably be back tomorrow or something. I don't know. I'm gonna be over here streaming a lot. So, welcome to it. So, see you soon. Later.